This quick video will explain how to access and utilize our Excel-based historical loss data and calculation tool. This tool is something that we've added to the platform in order to help in the auditing process and in the validation process of our CECLSolver. If you look at the historical analysis tab, a lot of the detail that goes into the calculations of our CECLSolver is kind of centered in our historical analysis part of the tool, and we get lots of questions from auditors and from management in order to explain exactly how all the historical calculations are done, where the data is coming from, and how we get to the first main component of the CECL calculation, and that is what is our historical lifetime loss rate. So we built an Excel tool that's designed to completely rebuild this interactive page in an Excel environment where you can follow directly from each individual quarterly call report data point all the way through to the historical lifetime loss rate. In order to do that, if I click on the CECLSolver Resources tab, I get a pop-up page, and the last option on there is called the Historical Loss Data and Calculation Tool. If I click on that, I'll get this pop-up here. You'll notice that in this pop-up, in order to utilize this file, this Excel file, you need to have our Excel add-in tool installed. The Excel add-in tool is just a small piece of software that installs directly into Excel, and it allows you to log into and utilize and pull data from our entire Quick Analytics database directly in an Excel environment without having to log into and use the interactive. So if you're not familiar with the Excel add-in, or if you haven't downloaded yet, you have to click on install. And when you click on install there, I'll do that. It'll take just a second to bring you to a page here, explain what the add-in tool is. If you have a 64-bit version of Office, you'd use this version. An older version of Office, you'd use this. So if I click on this version, it'll just do a little pop-up here, and I can click on that. Take just a couple seconds, and it just downloaded the Excel add-in. Once you have the Excel add-in downloaded, you can open up Excel, and what you'll see is a new tab there directly in Excel, what they call the Excel ribbon, that allows you to log in to your account using the same credentials you would typically log in, and then have access to all of the tools in Quick Analytics. In order to run and download the historical loss data CECL tool, you're going to want to make sure you're logged out. So be logged out of the add-in. And when you're logged out of the add-in, I can head back to my browser here. Now I can download the Excel formulaic file. When I do that, it'll pop up here as well. If I click on that, just a minute, and we'll say enable editing. You'll notice right now everything is all zeros. It has not been updated yet. So now you get a pop-up saying, hey, this tool can automatically refresh, pulling all the data directly from your institution, so you don't have to do any of that yourself. So certainly I would like to refresh it. And if I click yes, it's going to pull all the data for your institution. Obviously, with my login as an internal user, we have that same sample institution that we've always used historically. So this just pulled all of it, and now I click close. And what you'll see here is a tab that looks exactly like the historical tab in the CECL tool, with all the default WARMs plugged in and all the default look-back periods. And if I scroll down, I see balances, I can see charge-offs and recoveries, net charge-offs, net charge-off ratios, and then finally all the way here on the right is the lifetime historical loss rates. And once you've downloaded this and opened it up, you're going to want to have this match whatever scenario you're trying to validate or audit. You'll plug in the same details here. So pull up your scenario on the interactive tool and just type in the same WARMs here. So make your WARMs here match. And if as I type in different values for WARMs, everything recalculates on the fly in this Excel environment, just like it does in the interactive tool online. So if I match my WARMs and I change any look back periods that I want to change, you can customize the look back periods in the same way. And once I've done all that, if I scroll down to the bottom here, I see all the calculations going all the way through to what our historical lifetime loss rates are, the lifetime look back multiplier, everything as it is just in the tool. Um, you can see there's some other tabs here in the file as well. This is the raw data tab. This tab is a perfect representation of all of the raw call report data points, not manipulated by us in any way. These are all direct one-to-one relationships from your call report going all the way back in time. So we have 15 years plus worth of historical quarterly call report data. Here are balances, here are gross charge-offs, gross recoveries. Then there are obviously intermediate calculations between those gross charge-offs and recoveries. We have to get to net charge-off ratios over different durations, right? So if I click on the intermediate tab, this shows all the intermediate calculations that are linked directly to the raw data tab. So everything is linked directly from the raw call report data through to the formatted calculations. And so these are how we get net charge-offs, net charge-off ratios on a quarterly basis. And then if I click on the formatted tab, again, this one's designed to take all those intermediate calculations and finalize them in a way that matches the interactive tool exactly. So if you have any questions on this, feel free to give us a call and we can help you download this and update it. If you're having an issue updating it, and first thing to try always is to go ahead and log out of the Quick Analytics tool and then log back in, and then you can update this. If you're when you update this, it does override any work you've done on in the past. So if you want to update it with financial data from the next quarter, give us a call and we'll walk you through doing that. But if you go and re-update the entire tool, just keep in mind if you'd already customized one of these from a previous scenario, you're going to want to save it as a new file before you do so.